Hey Opis, just a few things I want to say before this video started. This gameplay started, the video is already started. That I've been trying to record this session with Citrine, Aki, Artist, Natalie, and Raja for many times now, and the recording was corrupted, and there's so many problems behind the scene, and then my internet just shut down for about 1 hours and more. And I think it's because mostly because my laptop is really old right now. It just can't take so much things that happening during the recording, the video call, the screen share, and all of that. It was too much for my laptop, so I'm very sorry. So and then I've decided that it's only me and Citrine that going to do a gameplay in this video. Plus, recording with only Citrine also we come across a few problems, but after a few try and also after a few solution that we came up, that we finally get what we want. So yeah, that was exhausting. And I'm so sorry to the others who wasted their time to do a gaming session with me. I am very much apologize. And I will make it up something to pay you guys back for the time that you guys wasted just for the recording session. I'm so sorry. And again, aside from that, I hope you enjoy. Plus, this episode, the first episode going to be in my channel, and the second episode will be on Citrine's channel. So you guys better check Citrine's channel also if you want to watch the second episode, because we're going to do this back and forth to post the episode. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Hey peeps, my name is Zanvi and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to do a gameplay with my best friend here, Citrine. Say hello.
Hello.
So, so we're going to play Doki Doki Literature Club. And again, I have not know what the story is all about. The only person who knows right now is just Citrine. So yeah, so I'm just going to start it. New game. By the way, by the way, By the way, I already put the name just because this one has been recording for so many times. So yeah.
You keep failing.
Yeah, it keeps failing. All right.
But we haven't got to any important parts, so it's just feel like first half or something like that, you know.
Wait,
Still
wait.
a quarter of the story.
Beforehand, wait.
Please zoom.
Wait, give me that.
All right. Yeah, I can see. Oh,
How
I
about?
can.
Oh no.
Okay. Are you looking at through my angle?
Is it okay if it's like this? I wonder.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't move, I can see the words. Okay. Okay, don't worry. I remember the words, so it's fine. It's fine. I remember the words.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Hold on. Hey!
I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friends you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me.
I overslept again. But I caught you this time.
Maybe, but only because I decide to stop and wait for you.
You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me.
That's. Oh.
That's mean, Tatara. Tararta. Okay, it was good.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think that we're a couple or something.
Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near the streets becoming increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Tararta, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
Eh, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of my. Wait, I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayuri likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright, alright. I will look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess. I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her.
More than that.
I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pick up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. To your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know,
No, what?
well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori?
Yeah?
There's no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie.
Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promise you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayuri is really that much of an airhead, or if she is so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go!
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejected follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here!
I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Oh my god. Okay. Well, yeah,
Wait, can you lower the phone a little bit?
there you go.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Um, okay. I can. I'm not ready for this. I mean, I did like a few times, but okay. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always say nice thing about you.
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Tarata. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Wait. Her small figures makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Wait. Sorry.
It's fine.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. It's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Tarata.
Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic, basically complete out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little. Y- You too, Monica.
Come sit down. Sorry. Come sit down, Sarata. We made a room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then, how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayuri mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayuri. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a red tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayuri. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like a little cat's. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute! I had no idea you were good at. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, and then Monica, I follow.
It's delicious!
Wait, are you eating right now?
No!
It sounds like you're eating.
Very convincing, yeah.
Oh my god, it is.
Look, I'm not eating.
Sayori talked with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Wow. Impressive. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glance in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This this is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I.
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
Made them for you or anything.
Uh, I thought you technically did. Sayori said.
Well, maybe. But not for you. Well, sorry. But not for. You, dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permissions. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
Uh, that's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiled to herself in relief. Monica raised an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
Um, I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so.
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Were you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity of how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then, I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it is something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah!
We will do our best.
You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find this tree. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Tarta, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read this past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? And mother. Wait, that's not mother. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can be changed. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traced the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. That the level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign word is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walk in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you up for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Ah, I read a horror book once. I just picked gaps, something I can relate to at the minimal level. At, the, at this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you?
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I just.
Natsuki's eye darted over to me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called. Hey, don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayuri sidles up behind Natsuki. Wait. Alright. Sayuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Eh, well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No,
Natsuki averts her eyes.
you wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing the levels of writing takes more time than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
Uh, I guess it's the same as for Yuri.
Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment to take a deep breath.
Oh,
I heard that.
okay, I have an idea, everyone.
Hmm? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Uh, um,
Uh,
yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Tarata?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
Oh, what's that?
Now that we are back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lost my train of thought. Uh, all four girls stared back at me with dejected eyes.
But
I'm sorry, I thought.
huh? Tarata.
You, you all. Uh, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear headed decision when it's like this? This is if I writing a poem is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up.
Yes! I'm so happy!
Sayuri wraps her arm around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club.